Hey guys, we are back for another video. So we know about the foolery that has been going on with Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia. We know that she filed for divorce. We know Simon has been on social media trolling, just trying to get attention, and everybody's comments running his mouth. Well, honey, Claudia Jordan has entered the chat and she has dragged Porsha Williams for being dumb, for quitting all of her jobs, and frankly, for hooking up with Simon before she even checked out if he really has some money. So let's jump into our intro, y'all, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Dude, until you know for real where that money's really coming from. She had Dish Nation, she had Housewives, and she was a fan favorite. So you cannot. So I'm glad that Porsha's coming back to Housewives. I think she's great television.
Well, because you even were saying on TGIF that you're like, none of this is about Porsha. What I'm saying, it's about Simon. Because when she left, I think you even were like, you're fumbling, girl. Like, why are you doing this? Like, stick with your money.
Yeah, she had Dish Nation, she had Housewives, and she was...
Claudia Jordan had a lot to say about Porsha Williams, and if you guys ever watched those two on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, it just seemed like Claudia was always coming at Porsha about her sugar daddies and about the African men that she was allegedly messing around with that was married. So it was always something between the two of them. But Claudia Jordan basically said that why did Porsha quit all of her jobs for a man that she didn't even verify? And I was like, Claudia is always speaking on for Porsha. So let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta clips in which Claudia was dragging Porsha because she pretty much called Porsha a gold digging hoe. So let's get into those video clips coming up next.
I love a bag, I love a car, I love a shoe, but damn it, I'm not gonna put miles on my vagina to get it.
You have Claudia and Kenya who have had their legs spread from here to there and don't have nothing to show for it. Whatever gifts that God may drop upon me, those are called blessings, baby. Get you something. The thing
The guy that got you the car is very African. I love a bag.
I'm very talented. I will not let anyone in
I'm
this
sure
room.
you're talented, but what?
Since I was married, been there, done that.
Claudia, do you know any
You
of these
reflect
African
everything
men?
on me.
Do you know any of these
We
African
have
men?
a couple mutual friends, and one of them is a friend of the guy. And she also
Okay, what
admitted
I would like her to do before we continue, because this is going into slanderous territory.
So
You
file
will
a
not
lawsuit
speak on
against
my
me
name that
if
way.
you about that life.
Did anyone hear Porsha saying this?
Yes,
in the
Cynthia,
video?
I was around. So was Demetria.
No, okay, let me say this first of all. At the time I was speaking about who I was dating, someone else would cut me off and speak for me and say, she's dating this guy. She's dating this guy, right? Never said what I said. What I said was I'm dating a young athlete. And I was dating him the entire season. And that's
Who was the
fine.
athlete?
I won't say his name because at this time we're no longer dating.
Was it Croy?
No.
I'm just kidding.
When you're messing with a married...
Now, for my Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, especially if you've been watching from the inception of the show, you know that Claudia Jordan and Porsha Williams was always bumping heads. But one thing I can actually say about what Claudia said, in her videos, I mean, I just want to know where's the lie. Claudia stated that Porsha was dating a married African. She said that a very long time ago. I don't believe that that was a lie because it is also being stated that Simon is actually the brother or cousin of the other man that Porsha was actually dating, who was the married man. Or I don't know, was it Simon? Probably not, because I don't know if Simon and Fallon was actually together during that time. And if you paid attention to the one video, Porsha said Claudia and Kenya was always spreading their legs and they didn't have anything to show for it, which is a clear indication. And I mentioned this to you guys before, They said Portia's mother used to be like that back in her day. So Porsha feels like if she lay down with a man, she got to get something. Well, I get what you got, what she's trying to say, but that's really prostitution. I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know why, there's a lot of people in this world that feel like if I give you some of this, you got to give me some money. Okay, that's really saying that you a hoe. Just saying. But a lot of the stuff that a lot of the stuff that Claudia stated back then, which seemed like a reach, is everything that we are seeing right now. So was Claudia lying? Was she, just attacking Porsha, or was she just telling the truth? Well, you want to know who has something to say about it? Because he is forever trolling in these comments. Simon Guobadia had something to say to Claudia. He said, abandon the Fallon bandwagon and now chasing Portia's. Claudia is exhausting. So Simon is pretty much saying Claudia is exhausting, but I don't understand why Simon is not trying to work on his marriage. He's in every comment like a little lady, responding to women, doing all of this girly type behavior. I'm just not understanding why he is not off of social media and trying to get his wife back. Wait a minute, I do understand. I understand that Simon is playing the game. He don't want Porsha back. This man is on to the next. Now, let's get into my next slide here. Now, with regards to what Claudia stated, with regards to Porsha leaving Dish Nation, Porsha leaving the show, marrying this man, just pretty much dropping all her jobs. I have to agree. I feel like one of the reasons that Porsha is running back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta is for reason number one, which is truly the obvious reason, by Kandi being the number one highest paid housewife on the franchise. She was pretty much sucking all the money up. And Porsha, in fact, wanted more money. And I don't know how much of this y'all believe, but the proof is out there. Kandi was asked back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I want y'all to know that she was not going to be making that same kind of money because keep in mind the show was trash. So that would mean that they would need to lower some salaries to be able to bring other people back on. Carlos King said on his own YouTube channel that Kandi was asked back, but it's up to her to let people know in what capacity. Now, what do that tell y'all? She was asked to be a friend. She was going to be a friend. She turned it down. I mean, just because they asked her to be a friend does not mean they have a bad relationship or anything of that nature. But keep in mind, Bravo is in the business of making money, and the show didn't work out. So they had to do what they had to do. So now what that does is it opens up the door for Porsha. Because guess what? Porsha can get more money now. She can get more money. But the issue that I see is I believe Porsha found out some things about Simon, and this was her opportunity to jump back on the network to negotiate some other side deal jobs where she can probably have her own little reality show, maybe, something with a few episodes like she did with her family or something like that, where she can make some side money, which is a win-win for her too, because she gets to do Housewives, and then when she's not filming Housewives, then she can do another reality show, which is still a benefit for her and the network. So I feel like everything Claudia said, for some reason, it rang true. Like we are seeing that right now. The African that everybody was talking about, now suddenly she married an African. Now, I don't think it was Simon, but again, they did state that Porsha, and had said it for years, that Porsha was dating an African. If you guys recall, when Porsha left Cordell, she didn't have anything, and then she just came up with a Rolls Royce. Come on now. And with Porsha basically saying that other women are, spreading their legs for nothing. She just told you that when she spread hers, she need to get a gift, some cash, or a Cash App or a Zelle. Okay. So y'all let me know what y'all think in regards to this. Do y'all think that Claudia just run her mouth too much? What do y'all think? I always feel too like Claudia is always talking about the housewives because she want to be one, right? But I mean, she was spot on with this, particular situation with Porsha, and everything she had to say. I have to agree with. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And always let me know what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video.